So it's my pleasure to be here today with the new board chair for Sport Southland, Bevan Ellis. Congratulations on the appointment, Bevan.
Well, thanks, Nathan. It was I guess a bittersweet appointment with Steve's passing, but I'm really looking forward to taking on the challenge of this.
And you'd been working alongside Stephen on the board for the past couple of years, and he was quite a force, wasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Big shoes to fill, but and he just did some great work and was well connected and knew Sport Southland, so well. He was a great guy to serve under. And like I say, looking forward to taking on that challenge, but some big boots to fill.
And I'm keen to hear a little bit more about you. You're obviously a Southland boy who's made good.
Oh well, I grew up here, Southland boy, and then went off to university and then didn't come back for a while. I headed off to Wellington to finish my training and then on to London for a long time. And I'm a physiotherapist by trade, and in London did my craft and did lots of professional sport, looked after some professional rugby and spent a long time looking after London Towers professional basketball team. And as part of that, I grew a physiotherapy business with an Australian guy. Don't hold that against me. But we ended up with a business that dealt with sport and occupational health and national health. We had 150 people working for us, so it was a fairly big operation. And as we grew, I moved more into kind of finance and operations and things like that, and moved away from the coalface, if you like. And then came back probably 4 or 5 years ago now. I've been back in Cargill. So just wanted to come back to my roots and enjoy the good life.
Absolutely. And you're back here with the family and you're supporting other businesses now.
Yeah, I do a bit of consultancy work, and mostly in the physio and health space, kind of ranging from small business, 1 and 2 man bands, right through to I've had a big project with a national organisation the last almost 2 years, working on kind of redesigning health pathways with ACC, trying to make the system a little bit better and a little bit easier for people to move through if they've got knee, back, shoulder problems. We're just helping kind of them navigate through the system and provide a really good level of support around them. So it's a really exciting program. It's just getting going as COVID hit. So we've got a lot of work to do, in the coming months as things get back to normal to get some people on that pathway.
Nice. And sport, being physically active, that sort of thing, that's something you're quite passionate about.
It's key. I was more interested in sport than academics at school. I did enough to get through, but I guess I've always seen that connection between moving and being fit and healthy and active with, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, all those good things. I've always just had that direct connection personally, and I guess having worked in that health space, just knowing that having people active makes such a huge difference to almost every aspect of people's lives is something that's just been a constant for me. And I guess that's where it sits.
And quite an exciting time for the board. It's been the board has been slightly widened, and obviously there's plenty happening.
Yeah, good frame up, Nathan. Exciting is I guess a good way to think about it. We wanted to expand the board anyway, because we just felt that having some more diversity of thought and having some more faces around the table would be really helpful. It's been a reasonably tight board, smallish board historically, and we just felt as Sport Southland is a key player in the community, and we just felt that having a few more people around the table and a bit more thought and connection and those sorts of things was a good idea. As it pans out, we've got a lot of thinking and rethinking to do as we come through the COVID crisis and move into a new normal, whatever that's going to look like. So yeah, it's an exciting time to be sure.
And I guess there's that growing recognition that sport, active recreation, play, they have a really vital role, I guess, in supporting the community's well-being, physical and mental. And Sport Southland will play a really important role in that, won't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it's you've got to take some silver linings from it. And I think people have re-engaged a little bit in that space. You know, we're just talking about on these nice sunny days. It's you just see the difference in your own bubble, getting out and having a walk and doing some things, and you're seeing groups of people and families that you think maybe they weren't doing that a few months ago. So I think there's been a real connection back to that. And yeah, and Sport Southland has evolved. So you know, the sport corner of what we do is still important, and I think you know we're showing you know really good leadership in that space still now, and stepped up and helping clubs and you know regional sport organisations out. But more and more, it's around activity. You know, like you say, play. It's just trying to get our you know our next generation active. In whatever way that is. You know, the world's a different place. It was a different place before COVID, and it certainly is now. So, you know, we just need to keep pushing in all directions to get people out and moving.
Awesome. Oh, well, thank you very much for your time, Bevan. I'll let you get back to your bubble.
Great. Thanks, Nathan. Good to speak.